So I can't believe this is happening, but today's the day. It's Friday, October 18th, and I'm actually going to a Call of Duty launch event today for Black Ops 6. But the thing is, I'm in San Diego, this is in Los Angeles, and it starts at 6:30 tonight, right in the midst of rush hour. So if I were to leave right now at like 6 a.m., I could get there in about 2 hours. If I leave when I need to get there an hour or maybe 30 minutes early, it's gonna take 3.5 hours to get there. But I did coincidentally end up finding out that there's a train station right next to this area because it's in downtown Los Angeles, and it's only a 20-minute walk away from this hotel. So I think I might end up taking the train from Solana Beach here in San Diego. It's supposed to take about 2 hours, but that way I can leave my car here, not have to worry about parking, and not have to worry about driving in rush hour. So I just got to Union Station, and this is a really cool place. Honestly, I had no idea what to expect getting into here, but it's very pretty. It's very busy. There were so many people. And the train ride was honestly pretty cool. It was kind of bumpy. The train seemed really old and it smelled pretty old, but honestly it had some charm to it. I was able to find a single seat and I just sat the whole time basically editing the footage I have so far of this trip that I'm taking. So it was really cool, and the train tracks definitely did go to some places that the roads do not. At some points we were basically right up against the beach, right at the ocean, so I had some really cool sights to see. And I've never really been to LA like this, so this is gonna be my first time experiencing LA in this way. So I'm gonna try to find where I need to go next, basically head towards the hotel. I'll probably stop at the Civic Center and some other stops in between, but that is gonna be the direction I'm heading. Station is so cool. There's so much cool architecture here. The buildings are really nice looking, so I'm struggling to capture everything just because it's all so cool. Stuff like that everywhere. Update. So now I'm at Grand Park, which is right behind the Civic Center. Buildings here, again, are amazing. They're super huge, really cool. I've never really seen buildings like this. The walk over here was kind of long, but not really, but it was definitely kind of sketchy, which I mean, it's to be expected. This is how downtowns are in basically any city, including San Diego. So basically just keeping my head on a swivel. I'm gonna head up a little bit further because there's more to this park, and I have like an hour to kill before I'm actually able to get into the event. So I'm gonna try to figure out what to do next. I did also want to mention that I walked through Olivera Street, which was kind of on the way, and it was so cool. I had no idea that existed. I just happened to run by it because it was by the train station. But I mean, it was amazing. So many small little shops, and definitely would want to spend more time there if I had the time to. But if and when I come back, I absolutely will. Alright, so I've officially made it to the Conrad. I'm about 25 minutes early. I'll probably try to hand in early because I'm assuming they'll take me, but I'm not quite sure yet. But right now I'm just kind of enjoying this view. There's some really amazing views here. This building is really crazy. I'll put in some footage for you guys to see, but you can see all sorts of cool stuff. And this building is such an interesting shape. I'm really excited to see what it's like on the inside as well. So I did see the entrance. I'm a little bit nervous to head that way, but I will be heading over there momentarily, and let's see what happens. Basically, the way this works is this is a YouTube creator collective. They had an announcement at the beginning basically saying that the idea behind this is just for YouTube creators to get together. Basically, a lot of mingling is happening. They do have an open bar and you get 2 free drinks, and then they do have some food set out as well. So it has been pretty cool meeting some different people. But the way it worked with the Call of Duty aspect of this is they gave me a number on the way in. I was group number 5. So basically different groups go down at different times to actually be able to play the game, and it's on an entirely different floor of the hotel. Right now we're on floor 10 at the bar. On floor 8, you go down with your group. They have a whole row of computers set up, and I think there were 16 of them because we were playing 8v8 and capture the flag. We got to play 1 round and it was all against each other at the same time. They did have game chat on at the same time too, so it was a lot of fun. It got very rowdy and loud, and unfortunately our team did lose. But regardless, it was definitely fun. But even more fun than that is after you get to play the game, they had an entire merch set up. So it was very Call of Duty themed. It was decorated super cool. And basically the way it works is they gave me a backpack, they put a tag on it, and they're embroidering a custom Call of Duty t-shirt, which I got to choose. They basically had a wall of t-shirts, a wall of jackets, and then they do also have some hats. So the idea behind it is you get to choose one of each of those things and multiple patches. They embroider your t-shirt. Basically you get a custom bag full of YouTube and Call of Duty merch that is exclusive to this event. Okay, so I just left the event. It was definitely a lot of fun, but I do have to leave early because I do not want to miss the train. I don't know if I really portrayed it earlier properly in the content that I got, but I almost missed my train. I tried to leave to get there 20 minutes early, but I didn't account for traffic, and I ended up having a 30-minute drive, which then added on another 5 minutes. Luckily, I did get off the freeway, which saved me a couple minutes, and I only got there 4 minutes before the train was supposed to leave. Ran onto the platform and I did make it, but I did not want that to happen this time, especially because this is the last train leaving LA to go to San Diego tonight. So I'm leaving now. It's about 9:20, I believe, and if I just get to the train station early, that'll be definitely better than getting there late. So I'm heading out. This place is completely different at night. I mean, there's barely any people here right now, which surprised me because it's only like 9 o'clock on a Friday, but I guess people probably don't hang out in the Civic Center on a Friday night. But anyway, it looks so cool. The look of this building at night is just amazing. Even with the handrails on these being illuminated, I just think it looks really cool. So I'm glad that I was able to do this walk, because if I had driven, I probably would have missed all of this. That was a long train ride. I think we departed a little bit late, so we're supposed to get here around midnight. It's now 12:30. I'm very glad to be back in San Diego. I'm at Solana Beach right now, so I do have a little bit of a drive left. As far as the train goes, honestly, I'm glad that I did that instead of driving, because it actually gave me some downtime to be able to edit the video instead of just focusing on driving. Plus, I did definitely fall asleep at one point, which obviously is a concern if I were driving and were to get tired. So that eliminated any danger of me being sleepy while driving. And it was just a fun experience overall too, trying something that I've never done before on the train. I would absolutely do it again. Okay, so it's the next morning. I was just so tired last night. I tried to do some editing, but I wasn't really able to get much done before I needed to get some rest. So now I just wanted to kind of show you guys what I actually ended up getting. So I'm gonna go through the bag right now because this honestly is so cool. So firstly, when I walked into the merch section, they brought me this bag. So this is like a little backpack. I don't know if this is actually vintage or old, but some of these metal sections already have rust on them, and that does kind of match the vibe of the clothes that I got too, as they are all kind of worn in. So if I open this up, you can see there's a lot of space in there, and right at the top here, I have the jacket. Let me pull that out. So from what they said, this is an actual vintage jacket that they're repurposed for this, and by the looks of it, I mean, it definitely looks like that. You can tell they added some YouTube gaming and Black Ops 6 branding. And then these are some of the patches that I picked out. There are also some here at the bottom, but like you can tell, even if you look at the tag on the inside, my wife pointed this out last night, that there's an actual pretty old tag in there that's kind of worn down. Again, they put their own branding over it in here as well, but this thing is super cool, and let me show you what it looks like when I'm wearing it. So yeah, this thing is definitely super thick. It's very high quality, and honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, not the kind of thing I would normally wear, but either me or my wife is going to wear this probably just for fun. And it feels super cool to have a custom Call of Duty item like this. Let's see what else is in the bag. This is the hat that I chose. They did have baseball hats and some beanies like this. I ended up choosing a beanie. This one basically just has this embroidered, same branding with the YouTube gaming and Black Ops 6. But beanies are definitely something I'm way more likely to wear than a baseball hat, which is why I chose this. And this one I think is actually my favorite product that I got from this merch drop, just because I can see myself wearing this a lot more than I would see myself wearing this jacket. This one definitely does not have the same weathered or vintage vibe. It feels new, it feels soft, but I'm not complaining about that because I really like it. Otherwise, the last thing would be the t-shirt. So they had a lot of different t-shirt options. Again, they took up a whole wall basically. There were short sleeve and long sleeve. Some of them had pockets, some of them didn't, and there were all sorts of different sizes too. So I actually had to look through all of them and find one that fit me and that was also a design that I liked. These also have the same vibe of being kind of weathered. Now, I don't think these have actually been worn before, but they do have some cool weathering on them. Just again, going along with the vibe of every other product that I got from this merch drop. And that was the back. This is the front of it. And this is the custom embroidering that they did. So they asked me if I wanted to put my name or my channel handle, and I just chose to put my name. So that's the reason why it says Wyatt like this. Honestly, the embroidering kind of surprised me with the styling. This feels more like Woody's Roundup. Woody's Roundup than Call of Duty, but I mean, I'm not complaining. This is still a really cool thing to have. But as you can see, there's not too much branding on the major parts of this shirt. There is the same tag on the inside, but then on the actual arms is where you're gonna find the branding. So this is the same kind of branding that was also on the bag. It has the basically event information. YouTube Gaming has the current day and the release date of Black Ops 6 on this side. And then on the other sleeve is the same logo that you saw with the other items. So I'm actually gonna try this on. Hopefully it fits me, let's find out. Okay, cool, yeah. So I mean, it is kind of big on me, but honestly, this is pretty comfortable. I think the custom branded sleeves look really cool. In addition to having the pocket, I'm happy about that. Otherwise, if this didn't have any branding on it, I feel like it would just kind of look like an old dirty shirt, which I guess is what they're going for. But honestly, I was worried I might not want to wear this one just because I wasn't sure if I wanted a long sleeve. But I mean, it is October. We're going into the cold weather right now. So I think this is probably something that I'll wear, if anything, then just at home or while I'm filming videos, because it is pretty comfortable. Okay, so here is the completed outfit that they gave me. And honestly, I think this looks really cool. I don't think I'd wear this entire thing out in public just because it is so branded. But I do think that this is an amazing merch drop that they had for this event. And I'm super psyched that I finally have some customized Call of Duty merch and a YouTube gaming thing as well. So this whole event turned out a lot cooler than I ever could have hoped it would be. It was definitely a lot of fun to ride the train for the first time. Walking through downtown LA was a lot of fun too, just seeing all the sights. I only walked a couple blocks, but there were a lot of things there I'd never seen or heard of before. So I'm super glad I was able to do that instead of driving to the event. The hotel that we went to was super nice. They had free drinks, free food, and the ability to meet other creators, which is really cool. But yeah, the highlight of the night, I think, is absolutely being able to actually play Black Ops 6, which was a lot of fun, and getting this super, super cool merch. I'm super grateful to YouTube and to Activision for putting this together and inviting me out to it. And if you're interested in seeing more videos like this, where we check out events, maybe do some traveling to different parts of San Diego or LA, make sure you let me know. And otherwise, just thank you for sticking through it, and thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one.